So I've never really made a proper talking video, not a video talking about what I'm doing, and I think it's good to talk. I don't know, I feel like I'll probably watch this back later and cringe really hard at myself, but here's a bit of word vomit. People ask me a lot of questions about my art and people don't really know me, so I thought this might be helpful. So I'm gonna go through a few things just while I'm doodling in my sketchbook, you know, some of my favourite materials and techniques. I usually use a 0.4 or 0.1 fine liner. This is a 0.4. What brand is this? This is... Okay, this doesn't have a brand. This is just the generic 0.4 fine liner that I found at Officeworks. This is another 0.4 by Artline. And these are great, but they don't last very long. I like them as fine liners, but the ends of them always tend to fray very easily. See, if you can see that, it's very flat. And for details, I really love a 0.1. This one is by Unipin. Uniball, just Uni as a brand, I don't know. And they make very nice fine liners with these little windows where you can see the size. Also really helpful is a Uniball white pen. I think these are great because they're really nice for doing highlights and they're like a gel pen really. They have a really smooth flow and I don't know, I just like using them. Uni has always been one of my favourite brands. And then just a generic stick of graphite. I prefer these over pencils because you have more control and I don't know, it feels better to hold it. This is 2B by Lyra. Oop. There we go. So let's get doodling. I don't know. I'm nearly finished with this sketchbook. I've completed almost all of it apart from one page. I only have one more page to fill out. I promise once I'm done I'll do a little flick through and show you what I'm working on. But I'm just trying to fill out some of the spaces. I always go around the edges of each one and outline them so that they look bolder and it really brings your attention. It's kind of hard to draw with the camera there, or while I'm holding a camera, because I'm not used to drawing under someone else's gaze. I mean, I know that there's no one here with me right now. I'm all alone in my house with the camera and I'm talking to a camera. But I know that if people will watch this, it kind of feels like I'm on display. And I am on display in a way. This is the internet and I'm publishing this for other people to watch, but it still feels weird, like there's someone with me. When I go out and I do public art, not graffiti, street art, it's just uncomfortable. I want to be there and I want to share art with other people, but when you're being stared at and when people take photos without you knowing, it's just uncomfortable. It's nice in a way because you know that they really appreciate your work and they're there to watch and they want to see you. And taking photos for a memory, and I think that that's very sweet, but this is my artwork. I don't want you to take it home with you. I want it to be on a wall for you to see whenever you come in. Like, it's ephemeral art for a reason. It's not going to be there forever. And I'm not art myself, so stop taking photos of me. I've been stopped lots of times in the city for people to take selfies with me, which I think is so strange. I don't mean that in an arrogant way. Like, I realise I'm not famous. I just like to draw. But it's really weird when people stop you for selfies in the city, because I'm not the art. I'm just the artist. You don't want to see me, you just want to see what I make. So I don't know why people want photos of my face. It reminds me of one time I was drawing in the city on a wall, and it was a Friday, and Friday is a big day for tourists for some reason, and this great big pack of non-English speaking tourists came in, and about 50 of them were surrounding me, tapping me on the shoulder, asking for photos, not in English, in their mother tongue. And it's just doesn't feel right being on display. It just feels weird. I've never spoken to the camera like this before. This is really weird. Ah! This is just like word vomit. This is just whatever comes to mind, I'm just gonna say it. A bit like drawing. Just whatever comes to mind, I'm just gonna draw it. I really do appreciate the people who appreciate my work, though. The people who do take photos and do take selfies. It's nice of them, because I know that they want to remember it, they want to take it home, and they want to know me, and I think that's really nice. But I'm not special. What I make isn't special. I don't know why people do that, but I appreciate it anyway. Yeah. So I think that this page, that's enough for this page. I need to go find somewhere else to fill in the blanks. I kind of like these little blanks here that are left on purpose, they just feel right. But other ones just feel like they need filling in.